joining me today. I'm very excited that you are here with me today as I'm going to be sharing a little bit about Nouveau Embellishment Mousse, some things that you can do, kind of a quick overview of what Nouveau Embellishment Mousse is, and I'm also going to share with you the new colors that Tonic Studios has come out with for their Nouveau Embellishment Mousse product line. Okay, so first let's start off what Nouveau Embellishment Mousse is. It is a really creamy product that has a pearlized metallic sheen to it. It comes in these beautiful jars, and you can see it's very, very creamy. I can move this around with my finger, super easy. You can see the gorgeous metallic sheen that it has. It's very pretty, and it's almost very similar to a either translucent or texture paste, but it's a lot smoother. So it's a beautiful product to use, and you can create so many different techniques with this product, and I'm going to be sharing a quick overview of some of them here with you today. Now there are 12 new colors of the Nouveau Embellishment Mousse. You can see them all right here, some really bright colors. There's also a few more muted colors as well. So this is a really nice addition to their product line. Has a bunch of different new colors that they don't already have in their existing color line. And I'll have all of the new colors and the previous colors over in the video description down below, or also on my blog. So you can go ahead and check that out either way. I'll also have more information on today's post over at my blog as well. So if you want to go ahead and check that out, I definitely recommend heading on over there. The link is in the video description. Alright, so you're first probably thinking, well, what can I do with Nouveau Embellishment Mousse? And like I said, there are tons of different things that you can do with this embellishment mousse. It's a really fun product to experiment with. I'm constantly trying new things to see what else I can do with it, but here are some of my favorites that I have created with the Nouveau Mousse. I've shared all of these videos over at my blog and on my YouTube channel, and I'll have them all linked in the video description so you can go ahead and check them out. So my first example is showing how you can rub this into a stencil to create really beautiful shimmery effects. I had ink blended this design through the stencil here that you see I'm using to apply the ink onto. I basically applied the ink through the stencil, created this really pretty background, and now I'm laying the stencil back on top and applying the embellishment mousse through the stencil to add shimmery metallic effects to the colored images. So I'm using a cloth here. I'm applying it into the embellishment mousse, and then I'm basically burnishing it onto the paper. And you can do this over top of this ink. You can do it over top of plain cardstock. You don't have to have ink underneath it. This is just what I ended up doing in this particular video. But it's really fun to be able to create some metallic effects onto your paper by burnishing a very thin coating of the embellishment mousse onto your project. Another technique that you can do is edge your paper with this. You can create some really pretty gilded effects. That's what I'm doing here in this particular video. I'm taking the embellishment mousse and I'm applying it to all the edges of this paper to give it a really pretty gold dipped effect. And it's very beautiful. You can do the same type of technique with heat embossing. That's also very common, but I really like the effect that you get with the embellishment mousse. It's much smoother and it has a more finished look to it, I think. Another fun way to use Nouveau Embellishment Mousse is to use it on dark colors of cardstock because it shows up gorgeously. Here I'm applying it through a stencil that I created using a die, and I applied a silver color onto some black cardstock, and the result is so striking. It's gorgeous. I love how beautifully metallic it looks, and it just really pops right off of that black cardstock. It's really fun. I also like being able to apply this as a tone-on-tone kind of effect onto colored cardstock. So here I'm applying the pink mousse onto a shimmer pink cardstock. I'm going to step it up a notch though, and I'm going to add a second layer of the embellishment mousse onto the paper. And I offset the stencil a little bit from the original design so it creates this fun bokeh effect. And you can do this with multiple colors of embellishment mousse. You could use many colors and create this really fun bokeh background using a dot stencil. You could also cut a stencil using dies. You could cut a bunch of different circles and create your own stencil if you don't have a circle stencil. So that's a fun way to be able to add embellishment mousse and create some really fun layered effects. Now when you do this, you want to make sure that the embellishment mousse is completely dry when you layer, because otherwise you'll blend the colors together instead of creating a layered look. So if you want the layered look, make sure that the embellishment mousse, the original layer, was dry before you add another layer. If you want the colors to blend, I'll show you that in a second here. You can see how they create really fun blended effects. Another fun thing I like to do is color die cuts. So here I'm taking some gold embellishment mousse and I want it to match the card that I'm creating there on the left. So I just took the mousse and using my finger, I'm applying this onto the die cut and creating a beautifully gold metallic die cut. And this will end up drying nice and smooth, so I'll have this beautifully colored die cut that I can then use onto a project, and it matches with my project perfectly. I also love creating sprays with my Nouveau Embellishment Mousse. So here I'm taking a bit of water that I have in a spray bottle, and I'm going to take the Nouveau Embellishment Mousse and pick it up with end of a paintbrush here. I'm just going to drop it into the water and mix it up. That's going to allow me to create a shimmer spray. And if any of you are familiar with shimmer sprays, you know that when you spray it, you have this really beautiful shimmery effect on your cardstocks or any type of paper that you're applying it to. So you can create your own with the Nouveau Embellishment Mousse and do the exact same type of process. I didn't put anything special inside this bottle. It's just plain tap water and a little bit of the mousse, and I'm going ahead and shaking it up to get the mousse to mix in with the water, because this mousse is water soluble, so it will break down once it's come in contact with water. Once I have it mixed up, I can then go ahead and spray it onto a project, and once it dries, it will create a metallic shimmery effect. And you can control how shimmery this is by adding less or more mousse to the water mixture. So the more you add, the more shimmery it will be, and the less you add, the less shimmery it will be. One of my other favorite techniques is creating an ombre effect by mixing the colors of the embellishment mousse together. So here I'm using ink blending foams that you can get with the Ranger ink blending tools, and I'm using that to apply the embellishment mousse onto my cardstock through a stencil. As I apply the embellishment mousse, I'm making sure to overlap colors and allow them to blend together to create a beautiful ombre effect. The result is super smooth. You have this gorgeous metallic sheen on your paper, and the design is so perfect and the blending is beautiful. Now you do want to make sure that anytime you're working with the embellishment mousse that you clean your stencils really well, because otherwise the embellishment mousse will stick to the stencil and it will be harder to clean off your stencil if you don't clean it off right away. Finally, my last technique is to be able to use this to paint with. Because again, like I said, it is water soluble. So you will be able to use this to paint and create a metallic shimmer paint. Metallic shimmer paints are really popular right now, and this is just gorgeous. So you can use this embellishment mousse in a variety of different ways to create really fun effects. I think it's so much fun to be able to have a product that you can do so many different things with. And I hope that you will check out all the videos that I have linked below to be able to see all of these projects if any of them strike your fancy. So I hope this quick video has given you some ideas for using embellishment mousse, and also that you will check out the new colors that Tonic Studios has come out with in the Nouveau Embellishment Mousse product line. Please give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more weekly inspiration. If you enjoyed this video, here are two of the videos that I had featured in today's video that show how to use Nouveau Embellishment Mousse, and again, all the others are linked below. So have a great day. Thanks so much for stopping by, and I will see you again very soon.